The college football playoff bracket has been announced, and I'm going to give you my picks right here. Number 12, James Madison at number 5, Oregon. I don't think the group of 5 teams this year stand much of a chance versus these Power 4 teams. JMU had a great season. However, give me Oregon at home in this one. Next game, we have Alabama and Oklahoma. Now, these teams did play earlier in the regular season. Oklahoma won that one. Pretty low scoring game. Oklahoma has a great defense. However, I think some of the underlying numbers in that game kind of lead towards Alabama, and I'm just going to take Alabama in this one. I trust their offense a little bit more. Oklahoma's offense doesn't really do it for me. So we're going to go Alabama in that one. Number 11, Tulane at number 6, Ole Miss. We're not going to know what Ole Miss looks like without Lane Kiffin. They did play this game earlier in the regular season with Kiffin, and they beat him by like 35. They do still have both coordinators, though, however, so I'm not going to think too much about this one. Give me Ole Miss. And lastly, this game's going to be a coin flip for me. We have number 10, Miami, at number 7, Texas A&M. Now, it's a home game for A&M. Kyle Field's going to be rocking. And, yeah, I just think it's going to be a coin flip. This will probably be the most competitive game, I would imagine. Definitely the most interesting. There's going to be more offense than that Alabama-Oklahoma game. But I don't want to go too chalk here. I'll take number 10, Miami. However, I can definitely see A&M winning. Moving up to the quarterfinals, we're going to have Oregon and Texas Tech. Now, Texas Tech has an incredible defense. They've just smoked everyone this year. But I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to say that Dan Lanning finally wins a big game. I might be overthinking this too much. Maybe I just need to go by the book, say Dan Lanning's going to lose this one. However, I'm going to go crazy. We're going to give me Oregon right there. Next, we're going to have Alabama and Indiana. And I think it's as simple as Kurt Cignetti is a dog, and this is just Indiana season, to be honest. They're rolling, and Alabama's looked good at times. Other times they haven't looked that great. Indiana's been pretty consistently great this year. I think that Mendoza Magic's going to carry him through this one, so give me Indiana. Next, we're going to have Ole Miss and Georgia, and I just think Georgia these past few weeks, especially their defense, has just been playing at such a high level. They're rolling. They stomped Alabama, and I think it'd probably be a little bit of a closer game maybe if they had Lane Kiffin still, but I'm just going to take Georgia in this one, not overthink that too much. Lastly, we're going to have number 10 Miami at Ohio State, and kind of similar reasons for Indiana. I think Ohio State is just proven, they're pretty much number 1 all season. They're just killing teams, just scoring at will, and I just don't see a world where Miami's going to upset them. So give me Ohio State in that one. Moving on to the semifinals, we're going to have Oregon and Indiana, Big Ten matchup. And like I said, in the Indiana-Alabama game, I think it's just that Cignetti magic. I think there's just something in the air with them. They're so good this year. They've just been, kind of destroying teams. And it was a real gutsy win versus Ohio State in that Big Ten championship. And, maybe Dan Lanning has one big win in him, but I don't know if he's got two. Give me Indiana to that. And lastly, we're going to have Georgia, Ohio State. Pretty chalky in this, but I think this would actually be a pretty close game. This might be a bit of a coin flip for me, to be honest. But I think just maybe consistency-wise, give me Ohio State in this one. Georgia's been real hot as of late, but my gut's just telling me Ohio State in that one. And then obviously that will rematch Indiana, Ohio State for the championship game. And can Indiana beat them twice? I'm not really sure. My gut probably tells me that Ohio State wins that, but I'm just going to say this is Indiana's year. This is Indiana football. Give me the Hoosiers to win the national championship. Let me know if you agree, what you disagree with in the comments below.